Hi guys, my name is Rachel and welcome to my channel Nerdy Bookshelf. This is my first ever video, so please take it easy on me. And if you're here, obviously you enjoy reading or talking about books or both. But just a little bit about myself. My name is Rachael, obviously. I am almost 24, I'm 24 in a few days, and I'm from Ireland. I work as a student nurse in the HSE here. I'm in my final year and just have a few weeks to go before I'm qualified, so that's good. It's been a long, very hard, very difficult 4 years, but we're almost there. But today I'm going to discuss my December TBR, which is extensive, but it's hopeful. I probably won't get around to all of them, but we'll try our best anyway. So we'll start with some of the books that I got recently that I'm hoping to read this month. So the first one is All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. I've heard a lot about this now. I know this is like out a good few years. Like, when did this come out? 2015, yeah, and I'd seen the movie advertised on Netflix a lot, but yeah, I've heard good and bad things about it. Some people are not okay with the representation of depression in this. Some people are. I guess I'll decide for myself. So on the back it says, Theodore Finch wants to take his own life. I'm broken and no one can fix it. Violet Markey is devastated by her sister's death. In that instant, we went ploughing through the guardrail. My words died too. They meet on the ledge of the school bell tower, and so their story begins. It's only together they can be themselves. But as Violet's world grows, Finch's begins to shrink. How far will Violet go to save the boy she has come to love? That sounds heart-wrenching, but also a very good read, so I'm excited for that. It says, the story of a girl who learns to live from a boy who wants to die. Okay, yeah, we'll get around to that soon, hopefully. Into it, but I think it's about a boy and a girl, and they meet, and I think the boy is he suicidal? Yeah, I think both of them have gone through very difficult times. And, oh, so Violet's sister died and Theodore is... I'm sorry if you can hear my dog, Curtis. He is an English bulldog, so mouth breather a lot. What are you doing? Anywho, yeah, so they're both going through their own situations and coming together, which I think is nice. But yeah, can't wait to get around to that. The next one I have been dying to read for like a year now, and I only got around to buying it. I've seen it, I follow the author on Instagram, and I know she's come out with a new book, and I just think that I don't know, I've just heard such great things about it, and Dark Academia is but How We Fell Apart by Katie Zhao. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't want to be doing an injustice to the name, but yeah, Zhao, I think. But it's One of Us is Lying meets Crazy Rich Asians in this addictive thriller from Katie Zhao. So it's about like a group of kids. Jamie Rowan. The Queen Bee of Sinclair Prep is dead. No one knows what happened until an anonymous poster calling themselves the Proctor points the finger at Jamie's former best friends. Ooh. Yes, that sounds right up my alley. I cannot wait. But yeah, I think this will be a definite. I just love the smell. Anywho, so the next one I think I'll definitely have to read this month, otherwise I'll have to wait an entire year because it's a Christmas themed book. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, so it's the Christmas murder game, and I saw this, and I think we were supposed to be doing it for book club, me and my friend Charlie, Books with Charlie on Instagram. I don't know if she has a YouTube yet, but no, I don't think she does. Just Bookstagram and Book Talk, Books with Charlie. We started a book club a few months ago. I think this was one of the front runners that we were going to do for it, but I think we went with that's coming up, Merry Little Me Cute. So yeah, yeah, this sounds amazing. 12 clues, 12 keys, 12 days of Christmas, but who will survive until the 12th night? Again, thriller, murder mystery, absolutely j'adore. But yeah, I don't know, I would definitely be a thriller murder mystery reader. I would be a romance reader and a fantasy reader. I tend to read all genres. I would read a couple of lit fics as well. I tend to jump around a lot. I wouldn't be like set on just one genre, but yeah, this sounds amazing. Again, new book smell. If you could bottle that in a perfume, it would be amazing. I know you can get candles, so maybe I might. My bank account says no, but I say yes. But yeah, this sounds amazing. Cannot wait to read it. Another one of these now, this instantly grabbed me, All of Us Villains, because it says on the back of it, you fell in love with the victors of the Hunger Games, now prepare to meet the villains of the Blood Veil. If anything is next or near bloody the Hunger Games, I will eat it up. I am from the generation of the Hunger Games, Divergent series, Maze Runner, like when all those, that was just a better time in my life where things weren't so difficult and things could be fixed with a hug. Yeah, I wish I could go back. But anyway, if I could read The Hunger Games for the first time again, oh my god, I was so obsessed. So obsessed. I think it's one of the few franchises that like did justice to the books. Yeah, it was very good. Like the first one was just the exact same, minus Peter losing his lower leg. Sorry if that is a spoiler if you haven't read The Hunger Games, though, like I thought years. Anyway, so yeah, this instantly grabbed me. I got it in the works for like, I think it was, could have been $4.50 or $7.50, like, you know, cheaper than you would in an ordinary bookstore. Now I do love going to the bookshop, don't come for me. But yeah, no, instantly I was like, if you compare it to The Hunger Games, now that also sets it up for disaster sometimes, because I hold The Hunger Games in such a high standard. It's like, but yeah, no, I've heard good things about this, so hopefully it meets my expectations. Now, the next one is The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I've heard a lot about this and everyone seems to love it. So Florence Day is a ghostwriter with one big problem. She's supposed to be penning swoon-worthy novels for a famous romance author, but after a bad breakup, Florence no longer believes in love. And when her strict but undeniably hot new editor, Benji Andor, refuses to give her an extension on her book deadline, Florence prepares to kiss her career goodbye. When tragedy strikes... I probably should have got that from The Dead Romantics. Okay. When tragedy strikes and Florence is to head home, the last thing she expects to see is a ghost at her front door. Not just any ghost, however, but the stern form of her still very hot, yet now unquestionably dead new editor. As sparks start to fly between them, Florence tells herself she can't be falling for a ghost, even an infuriatingly sexy one. But can Benji help Florence to realise love isn't dead after all? It's different. Maybe this might have snuck its way up my TBR. But again, you're so busy during the Christmas season, you know, going around seeing family and making / buying presents, and I don't know, we will try. The next one I have been dying to read for ages because I just love kind of weird wacky books, but yeah, I'm probably one of the few people on the planet that haven't read this book. I think it's everywhere, but that is A Certain Hunger by Chelsea G. Summers. I love this cover. What are you? What are you? No, get off my book. Get off. Ah. How? Why? Okay, I know. Yes, so this is, I think I want to read this in Time There Is the Flesh. No, I'm not into eating people. I'm not a cannibal. I don't fantasize it either. But this says from her idyllic farm to childhood. This says from her idyllic farm to table childhood to the heights of her career as a food critic, Dorothy Daniels has never been shy about indulging her exquisite tastes, even when it led to her plunging an ice pick into her lover's neck. Okay. Like, my partner rakes my head sometimes, but I don't think I would plunge an ice pick into his neck. I'd like to think not. I suppose if you were pushed... No, Owen. You're safe. There is something inside Dorothy that she's finally ready to confess, but beware, her story just might make you wonder how your lover would taste sautéed with shallots and mushrooms and deglazed. No. No. I'm in the middle of it, Mammy. That's nice. That would surprise me for me. Anyway. There is something inside Dorothy that she's finally ready to confess, but beware, her story just might make you wonder how your lover would taste sautéed with shallots and mushrooms and deglazed with a little red wine. I do like wine. I do like mushrooms. Anywho, my next book is A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. Now, I'm currently in the middle of reading this, and this had me bamboozled. Like, I thought this was Are you okay? Yes? Okay. Okay. I thought this was going to be a fluffy little romance, but yes and no. This has... Let me just read the back of it, okay? When B takes the lead in a squeaky clean romantic Christmas movie, there are only 3 rules. 1. Don't get involved with anyone on set. 2. Don't tell anyone what you do for a living. 3. Definitely don't get involved with anyone on set. 3B. Seriously. Now she's filming in Christmas Notch, a small town with Christmas trees and festival tunes all year round. But B's got a secret identity to hide, and it's not family friendly. And her co-star Nolan Shaw, an ex-boy band member infamous for his own X-rated antics, now only knows it. Not only knows it, but is secretly her biggest fan. When things start to heat up on set, B and Nolan must keep this steamy affair under wraps or risk ruining everything. So in this, B is actually a sex worker. She is, and she has her own, like, this site, Closed Doors, that she posts on herself as well. So she's a porn star, and Noah is her biggest fan. But yeah, so it's cute, it's different. The protagonist B is plus size as well, which we love to see. And yeah, I'm really excited to keep reading this. It's different and I really like it because sex work is work. Next, which I'm also in the middle of reading, I made this bookmark myself, okay? It's tiny now, okay, but it's a resin, I don't know if you can see it properly. Resin with, kind of went a bit crazy with the gold flake, but yeah, and a few petals. Isn't it doty? Anyway, yeah, so I'm in the process of reading this. I read It Ends With Us a couple of months ago, and I loved it. I know it's controversial. It is not a romance story in the slightest, okay? It is very heavy on the domestic abuse, which I think needs to be highlighted. I think, in my opinion, now I've never been a victim of domestic abuse, but I thought it depicted it well, and how someone can break that cycle. But this, it starts right off from where it ends with us left off, and you see, if you haven't read it, ends with us. There won't be any spoilers, so it's fine. It picks up exactly where it left off, and you see Lily trying to pick herself up again and put a life together, and there might be a love interest from the past. So yeah, it's good so far. I really like Lily. Lily is very strong, and yeah, I really like her. The next one, I picked this up in the fantasy section. It is called The Power, and I watched a Jack Edwards video recently, and he was doing celeb recommendations for books, and I saw this. I think it was a few times it was mentioned by certain celebs that this was good to pick up. This is about women discovering they have power, and don't we love that? All over the world, women are discovering they have the power. With a flick of the fingers, they can inflict terrible pain, even death. Suddenly, every man on the planet finds they've lost control. The day of the girls has arrived, but where will it end? I will eat this up. I will eat this up. This is The Power by Naoimi Alderman. Brilliant. Cannot wait. I love a feminism book. Next I have The Book Eaters by Sunyi. I'm sorry if I am completely butchering that name, but I'd seen this was recommended by V.E. Schwab, and I was like, yes, okay, definitely up my alley. Hidden across England and Scotland live 6 old book eater families. The last of their lines, they exist on the fringes of society and subsist on a diet of stories and legends. Children are rare and their numbers have dwindled, so when Devon Fairweather's second child is born, a dreaded mind-eater, a perversion of her own kind who consumes not stories, but the minds and souls of humans, she flees before he can be turned into a weapon for the family, or worse. Living among humans and finding prey for her son, Devon seeks a cure for his hunger. But time is running out, for her family want her back, and with every soul her son consumes, he loses a little more of himself. This is a story of escape, a mother's savage devotion, and a queer love that will electrify readers looking for something beguiling, thrilling, strange, and new. And I see the words, gritty, gothic anti-fairy tale. Love will make a villain out of anyone. I cannot wait. This will probably be the new year, unfortunately, but such is life. The next book I have is What Lies Beyond the Veil by Harper L. Woods, and this is a recommendation from none only Books with Charlie herself, because she devoured this, and it's a fae romance, I think. Fae, and I've been kind of searching for that ACOTAR replacement. Well, not replacement, but equal maybe. I don't know if I'll find it in this, but we never know. For 400 years, the Veil has protected humans from the Fae. Safe behind their walls, humanity has turned from the old religion of decadence and sin to worshipping the new gods who value purity and obedience above all. Groomed her whole life for marriage, Estrella, lovely name, dreams of something more, and when the Lord of Mistfell murders his wife to claim her as his own, she has a choice: accept his offer or be sacrificed to the Veil. But on the night of her sacrifice, the Veil shatters, unleashing the Fae and branding Estrella with their mark. The Mistguard will kill her to stop the Fae from taking her, and who knows what the Fae will do if they catch her. Forced to flee with her brother, Estrella soon runs into another of the Fae marked, the broad and brooding Caleb? With her life on the line, he's a distraction she can little afford. Yet she can't stay away, not even with something greater on the line. Her heart. Okay, sounds amazing. And I've kind of heard mixed reviews on it, but you never know. Oh, Of Flesh and Bone book 1. There's more? Intriguing. Oh, okay. We'll get on to that soon, hopefully. 2 more to go. So the next one is, and this is probably going to be a controversial one, but it's a Sally Rooney book. Conversations with Friends. Now, I read Normal People, I watched Normal People, I'm from Ireland, like that was big when that started. And I actually quite enjoyed the TV show. It was weird, I didn't know that it was a book before the TV show, or after, yeah, before the TV show came out. And yeah, so I watched the TV show and I loved it, and I tried to get the book, but I found it like word for word the same, so it was kind of boring. I feel like maybe if I had read the book first it would have been a lot better, but I haven't. I know that this has come out as a TV show, and it has Taylor Swift's boyfriend in it, so like intrigued is not the word, but yeah, I haven't watched the TV show because I didn't want to ruin the book. I'd always planned on reading the book, and I know Sally Rooney's writing is quite controversial, like she doesn't use quotation marks and it's not always happy-go-lucky, but that is life, unfortunately, and I think she has a really realistic perception on the world, and it's also cool that it's set in Ireland because I know some of these places that she's writing about, so it's nice, and I cannot wait to read this. Frances is 21 years old, cool-headed and observant, a student in Dublin and an aspiring writer. At night she performs spoken words with her best friend Bobby, who used to be her girlfriend, Missy. When they are interviewed and then befriended by Melissa, a well-known journalist who is married to Nick, an actor, they enter into a world of beautiful houses, raucous dinner parties and holidays in Brittany. But when Frances and Nick get unexpectedly closer, the sharply witty and emotion-averse Frances is forced to honestly confront her own vulnerabilities for the first time. That sounds amazing. Hopefully we'll get around to that soon. And lastly, for my December TBR, is So Lucky by Dawn O'Porter. Don't judge a woman by her cover. Every woman's story has 2 sides. Ruby is a mother. She feels like she's failing. Beth is happily married. She hasn't had sex in a year. Lauren is living the dream. Her happiness is fake news. What if you knew the whole truth? And that is just that. Like, tell me that's not intriguing. That has me drawn in from the get-go. And also this, I don't know, it just would stick out on a shelf, you know? But yeah, I can't wait to read this. I've seen a lot of good reviews for this, so I'm hoping I can also give one. And that concludes this video. I'm sorry if it's a bit all over the place. I'm still getting used to this, but thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening, and I would appreciate any tips or tricks for YouTube and the likes. If you have any comments, I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe maybe. If not, that's okay. If I'm not what floats your boat, that's G. But thank you so much, and until next time, bye.